Hi, welcome to Azariah's Fiber Arts. My name is Sarah, and I am the artist and designer behind Azariah's Fiber Arts. Hit the like or subscribe button anytime while you're watching. All right, let's get into it. So we're going to talk about different uses of half double crochet. You have seen in previous videos how to do a half double crochet, how half double crochets line up compared to single crochets and double crochets. Now today I want to talk about different tricks with half double crochets. If you want to follow along, here are the instructions for where I have gotten to. Right, so we're going to chain 2. I'm going to turn. You see this guy right here? That's what makes this ridge, is this guy right here. So we're going to pretend that this is the right side. Let me get a stitch marker to put in there. I can find the right kind I'm after. We're going to pretend that this is the right side of the fabric, okay? And I want it to be smooth. I don't want these ridges. Yarn over or under, whichever you do. I do this. Remember, there's no right or wrong. It will make a difference in your texture. It's personal choice. If you are testing for somebody, please let them know that you're doing it differently if you're doing it differently. I'm going to go under this one and into the front loop. Okay, so normally this would be the front loop and this would be the back loop. I'm going to take these two. And I'm going to do that all the way across. And this would be one of those situations where you don't want your beginning chain to count as one of your half double crochets. So let's make sure we have everything in order here. I'm going to count the previous row. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I only have 11 on this row, so I need to find my other one. So it's this guy right here. He's next to the chain, so it gets a little tricky. So if you find his top 2 loops, the ones that we're used to going into, then here's his third one right here. So I'm going to go into this one and this one. All right, so there's one row done. So now the front, I have 3 smooth rows of half double crochets. These are rows, not rounds. So let's turn it over. Here's a ridge, here's a ridge, here's a ridge. And here's a ridge of the ones that I just did. All right. Back on the hook. Chain 2. Turn. Okay. No stitch marker, lots of ridges. This is the wrong side. I want to keep it as the wrong side. So we're going to double crochet in the regular top 2 loop, or half double crochet, guys, and the regular top 2 loops we normally would. All right, we're back to that one next to the chain. All right. There we are. Now we have 4 smooth rows on the front. Okay, so that's one thing you can do with half double crochets to get them smooth even when you're working flat. Another fun thing with half double crochets, because you've got this 3rd loop. All right, chain 1, turn. We're going to work single crochets this time in the regular top 2 loops so that we have our ridge back on the front side. Top 2 loops next to the chain. Chain 1, turn, another row of singles. You don't have to use single crochets for what I'm about to show you. It was just the quickest way for us to get back to where I wanted to be. Feel free to experiment with any of this. The whole point of this video is that 3rd loop is not a nuisance. I thought it was for so long, but it gives us another option. Chain 1, turn, and a single in the first one just to anchor things. Okay, so now I have the 3rd loop 2 rows below. So I'm going to yarn over 3 times, insert the hook into the 3rd row below, and think if you did different colors. So this is a double treble crochet, and I did that to keep everybody at the same height here. All right, just got to make sure you're going into the right place. We want to skip, so we did this one. Let me get my hook out here. All right, so we did this one. We want to skip this one and go into this one. But I can see, get another pointer. Don't get hung up on this guy right here. This one, that is not that 3rd ridge loop that you're looking for. That, if I were to skip this one and then go into this one, I've not skipped that 3rd stitch on the row at all. I've just skipped part of it and went into its loop anyway. So you need to ignore that guy and go into this one. All right, back to my double treble. Yarn over, go through 2. Yarn over, go through 2. Go through 2, and yarn over, go through 2. Okay. But you could do different colors. You could do different textures. You could do this at different points in time from different sides of the fabric, depending on what you're trying to achieve. If it's the brim of a hat and you didn't want to turn it like I did in the previous video that I showed you, and you wanted to just keep going in those half doubles with the ridges all on the inside, you could do some work like this. It is going to make it thicker, but it would also be warmer. If these were half doubles, you could work from the other side into here. Okay, so I'm going to take these guys out now. Let's leave the one. I'm going to leave the last one. And I'm going to work, I think just that, just a double. And you see I'm going behind now. Probably should have done a treble. Let's do a treble on the next one. I'm not counting, so I might be in the wrong place when we get to the other side. Treble was too high. The double was fine. Gotta experiment. Okay. And you could put texture on that direction. You could put texture on both directions if you're making a blanket or a scarf and you want it to be reversible and there not be a right side or a wrong side. If you're using half doubles as your ground and then you're using, they're not even post stitches. They're just stitches that are worked in that third loop that's left by the half double. Like I said, you could get very creative with this with the colors as well. The third loop's not a nuisance. The third loop gives you more options. If this tutorial was helpful for you, please hit the like button. Be sure and subscribe so you don't miss anything. Thank you for watching. If you have more questions, you're welcome to leave a comment below or email me, Sarah@azariasfiberarts.com. Happy making!